A black nanny marries a homeless man. Guests laugh at their wedding until he takes the microphone and says this. It was a warm Saturday morning in Birmingham, England. The church bell rang softly as people filled the pews, whispering to each other. Everyone was there to witness what many had already deemed the strangest wedding of the year. The bride was a black nanny named Grace Johnson, a kind-hearted woman known for caring for children in various wealthy homes around the city. She was 32 years old, soft-spoken, with a smile that could light up any room despite her life filled with hardships. She wore her simple nanny uniform as a wedding dress because she couldn't afford anything else. The guests whispered and laughed about it. The groom was a man named Daniel Brooks, a tall man with a rough beard, wearing a suit so worn it looked like it had come from a donation bin. His shoes had cracks on the sides, and his tie was old and faded. Everyone thought he was a homeless man Grace had foolishly fallen in love with. He had no family present, no friends, no expensive ring, nothing. Her close friends, Melissa, Claire, and Janet, sat together in the left row of the church, whispering loud enough for everyone to hear. Melissa shook her head and whispered, "I told her not to marry this man. Look at him. He looks like he's sleeping under a bridge." Claire chuckled and added, "Grace deserves better." Janet smirked, "This wedding is a joke." The ceremony began. The pastor asked if anyone had a reason these two shouldn't be together. The church fell silent, but the whispers didn't stop. Grace could hear the stifled laughter, the pitying glances, the critical stares. Her heart ached, but she stood tall, holding Daniel's rough hand. When the time came for the vows, Grace's voice trembled, but it was heard clearly. Some guests rolled their eyes, others shook their heads. Then Daniel spoke softly. The church erupted in laughter. Melissa whispered aloud, "Will I love him for the rest of his days?" "What days? He doesn't even have a home." Others laughed. When Daniel raised his hand to speak, the guests expected another awkward moment. Instead, his calm voice silenced the room. "I know what you're thinking," he said. "You laugh at my clothes, my shoes, at Grace for marrying me. But I'm not the man you think I am. My name is Daniel Brooks, owner of Brooks Real Estate in London. I'm not poor. I chose this life to see if someone could love me for who I am, not for my money." Grace did. Gasps filled the church. The laughter died. Grace stood frozen, her heart torn between love and betrayal. After the ceremony, she confronted him. "Why didn't you tell me? You tested me, Daniel. Love isn't a game." She walked away, leaving him alone with his truth. Days passed before Daniel found her again. With tears in his eyes, he said, "I was afraid. I've lost so much to people who only wanted my money. But you showed me real love. Please forgive me." Grace wept softly. "I never cared about your wealth. All I wanted was honesty. Determined to make things right, Daniel organized a new wedding, not to impress, but to honor her. The church sparkled with roses and light, yet it was the love in their eyes that silenced the crowd. Grace walked down the aisle not as a nanny in a uniform, but as a woman cherished for who she truly was. Daniel ended the ceremony with words that stayed in every heart: never judge love by appearances. True love isn't about money or status, it's about kindness, loyalty, and faith. What began with laughter ended in admiration. Grace and Daniel's story spread beyond Birmingham, reminding everyone that real love sees the heart, not the clothes.